I wanted to make a video today explaining where I've been, where the channel has been, and why there haven't been any videos as of late. I know a lot of you have been asking for updates, especially on the Ford, and there are also cars that you don't even know about that I am excited to bring to you, but I haven't been able to do that, and there are two reasons why. The first is that I was sick for a long time. So if you put money on me dying, and that was why the channel was gone, you're gonna owe me that money, or you owe whoever you bet against, because I'm still alive. So there's that. But I was sick for a long time. I was sick for like a month and a half, and I had all the symptoms of the thing that you may have heard about that is going around the entire world. But I tested for that, and I tested negative. Of course, I also tested negative for strep and flu and a bunch of other stuff. I went through a throat specialist. They all said that it was probably COVID, but I don't know. I got a negative test. So did I have it? I don't know. But all I know is that I was out for like a month and a half, pretty much bedridden at times. And so that was the first thing that put the camera away, kind of put the whole channel on pause, as it were. But then when I came back to edit videos that I had made prior to getting sick, I found out there was another problem, and that was my laptop. I am an automotive journalist by trade, I guess, if you want to call it trade. I kind of feel like an imposter even like calling myself an automotive journalist, but that's technically what it is, so there you go. But regardless of what you want to call it, I use the laptop for work, and so the first time I edited a video with it, I thought, well, this laptop isn't really up to it. It's got onboard graphics, doesn't have a lot of RAM, it's 4 or 5 years old, and yet I soldiered on and tried to edit videos, and it ended up taking like 7 hours to edit a video that was only 15-20 minutes long. A lot of that was export time, and the more I did that with that laptop, the worse it got. It started having issues just across the board. It started not wanting to power up anymore. It started showing signs that it was working way too hard. And we're talking like full CPU, full GPU, full RAM for like 3 hours, 4 hours at a time. That's not good. So long story short, with the laptop being my livelihood, I just decided to put off doing videos for a while until I can afford a better laptop. I've been looking, because right now it's a little after New Year's. I know there's some good deals floating around on a laptop that could more than easily handle the video editing needs that I have. And also let me game, because I've been a gamer since I was knee-high to a cherry tree, or whatever the saying is. And I'd love to get back into PC gaming with whatever free time I've got. Which, looking around here, is not much. Although I will say, if you're here for updates on the Ford, you'll be happy that it does run now. I've had to do quite a bit to it to get it to that point, but it's not quite driving safely yet, and we'll get to that soon. I have videos that I want to bring to you guys. I have a 4-part series on the Ford, at least 4 parts. If you've seen the channel Ronald Finger, then you'll be happy with the kind of videos I hope to bring to you about the Ford. Same with a couple of the other cars floating around in here, and I've also sold not 1 but 2 cars, although one didn't go very far from home. So there has been a lot happening here. I just haven't been able to bring it to you because I don't want to grenade my laptop in the process of trying to make videos. So I've got my eye on a couple laptops, but they're, let's just say they cost more than I usually spend on a car. So it's kind of crazy for me to bring myself to spend that kind of money, because I mean, I have all of this, but I mean, it's all pretty cheap. I'm not a person of means. Although I have considered selling a car to get the laptop. I don't know. You'd be surprised if I told you how much I've spent on everything you can see in the shot. It's not very much. I certainly look more well off than I am. On top of that, I had lost my employment due to COVID, and I was lucky enough recently to get some work. So with any luck, I'll be able to generate the funds necessary to buy a good laptop, edit the videos, bring them to you. I have not stopped filming videos, and I've got a lot to bring you, so I'm excited. I'm really excited. But I did want to say just quickly, I mean, this year was hard for everybody. I don't need to say that. I think we all know it. And I don't like to talk about the things that happened to me in my life that went well, because I feel like there's just so many more important things going on. I don't want the spotlight to be on me, but it is my channel after all, so I guess I should say that, you know, I went into 2020 at the very beginning of the year thinking that the BMW would be road ready, that we would be driving around the country by now, and doing all the things that I want to do with the channel on the road. And prior to that, I had been taking my time working on the BMW to make it as good as possible, to try to find the best way to build the car to sustainably drive it that far. And I remember thinking, like, man, I've really been taking my time on this. I hope I'm not too late. But every time I thought that, I thought, well, it's not like we're not going to be able to travel sometime. Like, why would we not be able to travel? What could possibly happen? And here we are. So for me, this year was like, I worked so hard to get ready for this. I thought I was ready. And then something completely out of my control said, no, you can't do that. And ironically, that's gotten me the opportunity to be even more prepared, to gather my resources, to take another swing at it, and to make it just as good as it can possibly be. And it just was, I guess, another reminder that you can try as much as you want, and the universe at sometimes is going to say, no, you can't do that, or yes, you can do that, when you're not ready. There's so much of this existence that is out of our control, and it's so easy to get caught up in the stresses of those things and to see them as a hindrance or a limitation. I think you just got to go with the flow. Try to keep a smile on your face as best you can. The sun comes up in the morning, and just try to take every day as a challenge. I know that all sounds cheesy, but I don't know how else to look at this except for to try to be positive. And I've seen so many good things this year come out of the car community, come out of every other community. I mean, people are good. And at every opportunity, people are being positive and saying, we're going to rebuild, we're going to move forward from this tragedy. We're going to try to make the world a better place on the other side of this. That's what I like about people, man. There's just this unceasing positivity. At first, I thought I was letting people down who wanted updates, and then I felt I was letting myself down because I had finally gathered all the camera equipment and stuff like that and gotten over my fear of the camera, only to have these roadblocks, But again, I think that as soon as I get the new laptop, as soon as I get a screen that has true colors that I can edit correctly and bring you quality videos, it's going to be that much better because of it. So I'm looking at this as an opportunity. It's really disappointing for me to not be able to bring you videos during this time, but I'm trying to remember that it is an opportunity and it will lead to better things and all those other inspirational Instagram quotes, So that's what I've been doing. I want to say a quick thank you to anyone who's made it this far and the people who've already subscribed to the channel. I think there's 60 some of you now. It's just really cool to know that these cars are reaching people all over the world. I mean, there's people in Europe commenting, there's people all over the United States commenting. It's just warms my heart to know that people are getting something out of these videos. They're enjoying seeing these cars on the road. They're enjoying seeing me tinker on them a little bit. So thank you. I mean it. Each and every one of you, I appreciate that you're here. And I just ask that you stick with me for a little longer, because the next things that are going to happen on this channel, I feel like are going to be really big. And I would like you here for the ride. So if you're already here, thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. There are updates coming on each and every car in the shot, and some of them that aren't in the shot. I have decided that in 2021, COVID permitting, obviously, I want to travel the country in the BMW. So we're going to be seeing more BMW videos coming up as I prepare that car to travel the country. We've already rebuilt the engine. We've done a lot of wiring on it, but I'm doing pretty much everything top to bottom. Wheel bearings, brake work, electrical work, adding lights to the car, you name it. Anything that I can do to make it drivable anywhere from, Alaska to Texas, I'm going to do. So if that kind of thing interests you, or if you want to stick around and see more about the Ford, about the Audis, whatever, feel free to like and subscribe. I think with that, I'm going to spend the rest of the night in here. Very cold. It is the middle of Missouri and the middle of winter. I think the high today was in the 30s, and the warehouse is in the 30s. So I'm going to go get very cold and try to work on some of these cars, and hopefully bring you some videos very soon. See you guys next time. Oh, I forgot to, I'm a streamer, I'm a YouTuber wearing a YouTuber shirt. So that's kind of cool, I guess.